guys, welcome to another episode of J&B Tuning. Well, today I have something special for you. I have to be honest with you, I haven't been doing any videos since December, end of December that is, and finally I got the chance to actually do some work here in the garage and do some vlogging with you guys. So anyways, we have something special today. I can't believe that it's already 5 years. Can you imagine 5 years we've been in this house, our dream house, our dream garage. And I figured I'll do an update on how the garage is doing. And at the same time, address any questions you guys might have and what updates I've done in this garage. And little things that I've done that maybe you guys can incorporate in your own garage, your own dream garage. So anyways, guys, stay tuned. Again, as you know it, my videos are vlogs, but yet they are also very helpful in a lot of ways. So if you want to see sort of the storytelling part of it, please watch the whole video. If not, I do have chapters in place so that way you guys can jump ahead or jump back to a lot of the topics that I have on the videos, especially for the how-to portion of the video. Again, if you're new to this channel, welcome. And if you've been here before, welcome back. I'm going to start with my washing station, my wall mount car wash system. And so guys, as you can see, I have a Karcher. Basically it's a 1.2 GPM Karcher, wall mounted, and also I have a nice reel. It's a commercial grade reel and it's just a tough one, guys. It's like solid, and I've been enjoying it. It's about 3-4 years now since I've actually installed this thing, and I've been using it day in, day out. I have a wand, basically I believe this is the MTM or Mosmatic swiveling gun. And as you can see here, I made my own holder. It's basically out of a PVC, and I did expanded it here so that way I can fit the whole thing in. And here are all my nozzles that I have retrofitted here. As you can see, I built this little containment system there. And it's just awesome as you can just pull them out and use them accordingly. I do have my spray gun as well. It's a Matte CC spray gun, and I updated the tip so that way it fans the soap pretty well. I got my dustpan, and also here's my most important thing, guys. These are just little plastics that I found on some of the containers or some of the products that I bought, and it has all this hard plastic things. You can literally use this to jam on your tires so that way it doesn't jam your nice hose, that is. So the other thing that I have here, guys, besides from my wall wash, I do have this floor buffer, or they call it a scrubber, and I have all the different attachments, the different brushes. As you can see, I have some brush pads, and I do have a scrubbing pads over here as well in the actual base. And I use this to actually wash the floor every summer. When I have the chance, I just wash my floors, take everything out, and basically wash the floor. So anyways, that's my wash station, and hopefully you guys can learn from this. And I have again a series of videos regarding this wash station, so check that out in the channel. Well, next up is my workbench. So anyways, guys, I want to show you what I've done in the workbench. It's not a big one. It's just a perfect size for me. I do have my vise and also my drill press. And so they're pretty handy that I can use to actually work with in the process. And I do have lots of tools here, guys. As you can see, assortment of different tools, brushes, specialty tools like for bull joints, my grease gun. And as you can see, I have my pry bars and bunch of hammers and mallets in the back there. And I want to go through each one of these toolboxes and show you guys exactly what's in this. And again, this is a tour, so I wanted to show you everything that I have. And I want to warn you, most of my tools are literally just tools that are affordable, and they're not like super expensive tools. Own this tool since literally when I was young as 16 years old. So I've still kept a lot of these tools. They still working really well for me, and I'm slowly upgrading. As you can see, I'm starting to buy more of a Milwaukee tools these days. So I have a few Milwaukee tools now, and I want to stick with the Milwaukee tool. I really like them. All right, first drawer here, it's my junk drawer. As you can see, the assortment of bolts and many things here. Stuff that I don't want to throw out because I know I'm going to need them. Sharpies, my name tag. There's a few name tags over there. But anyways, assortments of little things that I know for sure I'm going to need. Tape measure, brush. There's a little brushes here that I could actually use when I need them. The next drawer, again, the junk drawer is on the top. It's easy to find. The second drawer here, as you can see, some air tools here for blowing air. My air gauge. Once again, tire measurement thing here. Some Teflon tapes, wires, blades, staple. It's my staplers right there. I got little screwdrivers there that I don't really use much. Magnet, I got this magnet here. It's a mirror. It's really nice to have this because when you lose something or you can't see something underneath the bay, the engine bay, you can easily just reach out and see, shine a light, and you can see what you're working on. It's really handy in that sense. If you drop bolts and tools underneath the bay or around the bay, engine bay, you can easily use this one. I have a few of this types. I have the retractable one, I have this flexible one, and I do have this other one here too that I use to grab. You see how it has this grabbing capability here to grab something out of under the hood. Moving on to the next drawer here, I got my spare ratchets and tools that just sitting here that if I need them, it's easily accessible, and I have a duplicate of them over on that side. So this is just so that way I don't have to run over on the other side, and get all my little sockets as well here that I can attach to my drill. The next one here is my sort of my electrical special tools. I got these noise lights here. I do have compression tester as well. If you want to test the compression on each cylinder, how healthy they are. I got my solder. I got extra battery posts, positive and negative. I got my stethoscope here to listen into the engine and how it's sounding. And I have my heat gun right here for heating things, basically. My tester for the coolant. See what coolant is, how good it is, type deal. And I have my digital air inflator for the cars. And as you know, I have plenty of cars to work with and maintain. And as you guys know, I'm not a mechanic by trade, but I do maintain all our fleets, my wife's car, my two daughters' car, my 3 or 4 cars, myself. I do maintain all of them. So basically, that's what I do in this channel, is to just work on my cars, and I rarely bring my car to the dealer or to the shop. I do all the work myself. In doing so, I'm sharing everything to you guys. Next one. It's the continuation to a lot of my electrical stuff. I got my multimeter, some connectors. I got my pry bars, the plastic ones, and I got my heat shrinks, different kinds, different sizes. For I'm working on electrical, and a lot of my O-rings. And you know, you could never run out of this. It's always needed. I always use a lot of O-rings in the metric and also in the SAE sizes. I do have extra sandpapers underneath here as well if I need more. And yeah, so extra wrapper here for wrapping wires. So that's the drawer. Move on to the next one. All clamps, all my clamps that I need to hold on to things, woodworking sometimes when I'm doing some work on trying to fit something, I would like to just clamp them in so I could be freehand, because I'm usually, most of the times, I'm the only one here. So I figured I use this to either for my woodworking work or some of the stuff that I'm working on underneath the car where I need a second hand. the last drawer, I believe. Mainly a lot of my bits, extra brushes that I put on my drill. It's all the drill stuff basically, and some of my cutting pad here, and all my blades as well. As you guys can see, all my Milwaukee blades here for different types of cutting, say wood, metal, tile, you name it, it's all in here. So basically I attach it to my Milwaukee saw, and that's pretty much it. And underneath here, guys, is nothing to it. It's just that my extra storage for all the oils that, you know, I can use and reuse. Over on this side, as you guys can see, I have two jacks basically. I have my big low profile jack and my old one that I've owned since I was a kid. And you can never go wrong with many type of pads. I never throw away wood blocks like this, pucks, and many more types to basically support the bottom of the car. You don't want to be scratching or bending any your pinch welds and stuff like that. It's just nice to have to protect your car. And you know me, I'm always careful with my cars, and that I make sure that everything is done right underneath there. Moving on, I just wanted to go up on this level here and show you guys what I have. I have some pictures, old pictures of all the vehicles in the past. As you can see, near my Asuna Sunfire back when I was young, and Seiko's Civic right there, and again the Asuna Sunfire, and a few of our car, our CRV, and my Deer Pilot, and also my Golf R when I picked it up from the dealer. Moving on to the drawers, guys. It's kind of filthy here, guys, but you can tell I have some stuff up there, some protections, some chamois and cloth for detailing my cars, brushes for, you know, for buffing, and the whole 9 yards is all in here. And up there is just, you know, a bunch of stuff. Those are actually my diffusers for the Golf, the different types of diffusers from CJM Industries. And the other item here are more of my towels and my oil and some other parts that I need here for the day-to-day, like bulbs and some electrical things that I keep there as a reserve. And underneath here, more oil, as you guys can see, and you know, additional things here just to storage wise, and a few more of my Scott towel, antifreeze, bunch of antifreeze of every single car. Behind here is the Asuna Sunfire, and all this are either oil or transmission oil or differential oils. Something I want to show you guys that I'm really proud of is this little area here that literally I found that it's just an extra space here that's not doing anything really. So what I did was, let me just move this heavy stuff over here. And as you can see, this thing just rolls out nicely and it fits perfectly in here, guys. And this is where I keep a lot of my chocks. As you can see, they have chocks over here, all my jacks, and they're nicely organized over there, my 3 jacks, nice and clean. Onto the pegboards, guys. So basically just wanted to show you what I have here. Just stuff that I use day in, day out, and more protections in that sense. Very important to have your ear protection, because a lot of times we do work on the cars and it gets noisy with the power tools and the whole 9 yards, saw and all that. So it's just nice to protect your ear, not only your ear but also your eyes. As you can see here, I got several different types to protect my eye, because very important, guys, because without your ears, without your eyes, it's going to be hard to work with, right? So pliers, and you know, more pliers here, and just easy accessible screwdrivers and all that. And I have some lanyards here from all the sponsorships and stuff that I get when I go to places, some events. And yeah, I got my charger here for my Milwaukee batteries. As you can see, the batteries are in the back. Now on the drawer here, just want to show you guys this drawer. Again, don't judge me. It's really disorganized at this point, but it's not so bad. Here's all my chemicals, like everything you can think of, guys. I got my paints and oil, sprayers and lubricants, brake cleans, different types. I got some cleaning solutions here, mold remover, all sorts of things here. I got my tapes. I got I still have my, what do you call this, the springs for the golf bar. I haven't actually installed it because I don't really need it, to be honest. And a few other things here again that I need, some lights, painting equipments here on the top, my oil funnels and oil change equipments. I got my basil extractor if I need to actually clean the car, if there's any issues with, you know, the upholstery or the carpet. I got my jerry cans here and some of my tire cleaner when I'm cleaning or washing the car, some blowtorch if I need to heat up some bolts. It's over here. So it's pretty much assortment of everything here, guys. As you can see, nothing special, just stuff that I need. A few more stuff in the back. Again, boxes of LED lights in the back there. So anyways, talk about the sink that I have that's really saved me time and effort in cleaning stuff, dirty stuff, towels, and my dirty hands. I don't have to run inside to do that. And so pretty much it's an amazing thing that I have here. I got my hot and cold from the inside. It's really amazing. And at the same time, I do have also a extra hot and cold on this side as well that runs down to my car washing station. And so that way I can have hot and cold for that. And few little things that I have in the sink here. Pretty much, you know, things that I use to do some cleaning, brushes. And also up here, I wanted to show you this awesome product, guys. Really well recommended for, you know, holding your towels, either your shop towel or your white towel here, paper towel. And again, this little as you guys can see, all my stickers from Rock Auto is there, and as well some little things that I keep, that small things that can fit in here, basically more parts and injectors and the whole 9 yards, extra ones, also spark plugs. I keep them here sometimes. So little knickknacks that I don't need in the day-to-day basis. Also my kit for fixing windshield chips is also there, touch-up paints. Yeah, so anyways, that's that. Alright guys, we're halfway there. You know, I guess there's a lot of stuff in here that I could share to you that could probably help you guys again on your garages, and stuff that you can have they're not that super expensive again, but they're really nice to have. This area here is basically taken by the stairs, but I figured I could use this as my storage and also some of my little things that I need, like my bench grinder with a brush. So basically, you know, when there's some rusty stuff, rusty bolts, I use this to clean it up in all 9 yards. I have a retractable. I have just done this recently. It's extension cord, which is really helpful because I can go around the place, this garage, and I have a power that I can use dedicated for that. That I don't have to trip over any extension cords on the floor. That's really handy and easy to use. Most importantly, guys, my air hose is right here as well. It's also retractable. I can pull this thing and go all the way to the street to help someone with their tires. My neighbors sometimes come by and actually ask me to inflate their tires. It's so easy to use and very handy, guys. Again, you don't trip over it, it's just up there. I do have a lot of stuff underneath. It's mainly my storage stuff. I got some ramps, I got my dollies in there for the wheels, for the cars. And most importantly, I do have my air compressor inside there. and it has a dedicated power again, so that way it's not drawing any power from any other source but its own. I do have my shelf back as well. I have two of them, one inside and one in here. And on this side I do have this knickknacks of everything that I don't want to throw out, that I'll for sure need. Some bolts and many clamps, pegs, you name it, they're all in here. And guess what, guys, I never had to run to the store to grab any of this, because I have them here ready, and they're ready every time I need them. And most importantly, guys, you need to have a fire extinguisher at all times, and never smoke. That's just my tip for the day. And at the same time, I have another one over here, a bigger one, so that way I don't have to, I have two of them just in case as a backup. A dolly is also very important to have, and as well, my ramp for the lift is tucked in here with its own dolly as well. I have a 220 power here as well that I have set up here for long-term plan for doing some welding. So it's ready to go. So at some point in time, I want to have my own station here where I can do my welding and some of my fabrication stuff in this area here. So anyways, guys, another area that I really enjoy being in the garage is that here's my little desk, my little kind of workstation, and yeah, it's a nice table that I built for myself, along with the storage bin here. I have a nice little small shelving up here where I can put a lot of my stuff that I got from places like when I went to Japan, some of my Tommy die casts and the whole 9 yards. All these little cars that I have here, some souvenirs and stuff, and as well, as you can see above it is my TV, and it's a simple little TV that I have that if I wanted to watch some video on YouTube, it's just amazing to have a TV here. I was gonna put a bigger TV in here, but you know what? It's gonna be too big that I just truly takes up the whole space. So here I keep all my keys up here. As you guys can see, they're all coordinated with the types. I have a jet tags on them for different cars, for all the cars we have. And yeah, it's just an awesome little table here with all my documents that I need, receipts that I keep, and records of all the cars are all in here that I need. So it's awesomely enough. It's just a nice place to be, and just a place where me and Chester just hang out once in a while. So as you can see, he's always here with me, right, Bill boy? Work, Bill boy. Alright guys, I hope I'm not boring you with all this stuff, but here we're almost halfway done. So in this area here, I just wanted to show you this whole additional workbench that I have, and more tools that is. First off, I want to show you guys, if you can see up there, this is technically my parts department, and as you can see, there is that sign in the end over there. You have your service, and on this area here, it's basically my parts department that I call, and my office on this side. So in this area here, I do have a bunch of stuff, and again, more of my knickknacks. In this case, it's mainly for a lot of my cleaning solutions up here. And then on this side here, a bunch of little parts and knickknacks. And as you can see here, these are all tabs to, if I replace any of the stuff that's like on the fenders or on the interior, if I'm missing some of this, I have lots of them in here as a replacement parts. And as you guys can see here, again, parts that I haven't installed yet, and a lot of them for my maintenance. I got all my man filters, my NGK spark plugs, more spark plugs on that side, and oil filters as well. And on here I do have some of my bolts, wheel bolts and spacers for, you know, because I do switch the winter tires and summer tires back and forth. And filters again, some bike stuff, all our helmets sits over here, and all the parts that I haven't installed yet from Rack Euro, and some of the parts that I need to install yet for the car. Gaskets, timing belts, tire rod ends, bull joints, pads, you have it all in here. Onto my toolbox here. It's an addition that I did about 4 years ago now. And I hope it's not too loud. I have my heating system up there. It's a little noisy right now, but hopefully my mic will help and that you can still hear me properly. This is an amazing desk that I have from Husky, from Home Depot, and it's an amazing product. And I've done videos on this, by the way. Everything I'm showing you guys, I've done myself, and I installed myself, I put together, and I have videos for every single one of this. So feel free to check the series, guys, and look at all the videos I've done for all the stuff that I've just talked about. Moving on, I just wanted to show you again a tour of my box. Again, don't laugh at me and the type of tools I have, because again, these are the tools that I only need. I don't need to buy anything that I don't really use. So in this case, these are all my sockets. They're not complete by any means. As you can see, all these guys are, you know, I'm missing a lot of these sets. Either I lost them or I don't have them. And that's all I need really, guys. My torque wrench is there, small one, 3/8 and 1/2. And some extensions over here, lots of extensions. My wheel, Teflon wrapped sockets are here. Axle for axles is right here. Specialty. A big guns right here, guys, for doing axles and pulleys and the whole 9 yards. It's all in here. Specialty tools. Again, all sockets in my German T-squares. Oh, the other thing, awesome to have, guys. I use this all the time. All these little adapters here for putting on my drill or my impact, to be able to put a socket on it so I could use it to undo or tighten things. It's really good to have. On this section here, I'm gonna go down this way. I'm gonna show you guys that all my ratcheting wrench are all in here. They're all organized, and non-ratcheting as well, of course. There's the ratcheting ones, these tiny ones as well. And moving on to the next level, the same deal. It's all the ratcheting, SAE versus metric. It's all in here in the 2 drawers. And then my punch and additional tools for, you know, pounding on things. I got a mallet here, rubber one and a metal one. It's always great to have. On this bottom here, guys, it's all my power tools. Majority of my power tools, my Milwaukee tools, assortments of them is all over here. I got my impact wrench, my drill, so my other small impact wrench, my saws, it's 2 saws right here. I got my other tools, specialty tools. I think it is a gun or gun nailer, and grinder, my grinding tools down underneath is there as well. So it fits pretty much everything here, guys, and no problems at all. It handles the weight. This is super heavy right now, but it just handles the weight nicely. Moving on to this side, as you guys can see, additional sockets, the small ones, Allen keys. Smaller sockets are here, Allen wrench, Allen keys. More of my drives, driver bits, smaller sockets as well, the deep sockets they call them. Moving on to the bottom one is my assortments of pliers. You can never go wrong with many things here, guys. Many types of pliers, long noses, longer, extra long ones, because sometimes you need to reach. They're all different kinds. You know, little snipper here to cut little things. Long nose. So many different types, in addition to what I have there already on the other side. Here's the additional little many things here: cutters, pliers, plumbers, crimpers, oil, filter remover. I got my pump here for doing bleeding brakes, some clamps, cutter. I finally got this. I borrowed one from my neighbor, and finally I needed it, so I got a new one for myself. So now I finally have one for myself. Yeah, so moving on to the next level here, which is the last one. Again, additional power tools, my battery charger, my jumper, and more power tools, guys. And I'm not gonna open all of them. They're just a bunch of power tools, specialty tools that I own. And in addition, also, as you can see on this side, I have my my little welder here for plastic welder, you know, and little bits of things to weld plastic, basically. Look at the other side. There we go. And I do have my thread chaser tool set over here, and I do have this tool as well, that I purchased recently for doing timing chain on a German car. You know, as you can see, guys, German cars are very special. They have specialty tools just to do little things. So here we go. Lastly, guys, in this area, it's just my rack. Just another extra rack that I have, in addition to my racks that I have in the storage room. On my drain funnel here as well. What's really handy to have, especially when you have a lift. And like my caster is sitting over here. I don't have a place to put it right now, but at some point I'm gonna try to see where I can organize it better. By the way, guys, I do have a man door here that it's actually built already. It's just that I have to open it up and put a door in. I think I needed more space, workspace, so I haven't opened it yet. So at some point I might, until I clear the area and see how I can organize things even better. Next up is this little cart here that I actually use quite a bit, and you've probably seen me use this a lot because when I'm doing unboxing I use this quite a bit for that. Right now it's full of my Hot Wheels. That's some of my Hot Wheels collection that I'm trying to yeah, I don't know what to do with them, where to put them. I'm trying to see how I can actually display them. I just want to go through this little cart here that is really handy for me. I do have a magnet tray here for bolts. I have few of this around because you can never always need them when you need them when you're working on the car. Underneath here, I just want to show you all my movie making things, like my tripods, some little knickknacks here I put here, some of my equipments I put them up here. Gloves are all in here in the bottom, and vacuum. All my vacuum equipments are here, guys. If you guys see, everything that I use for doing my vacuuming attachments are all in here. And underneath here is the one that I love the most. All these little tools here I use quite a bit, and some of them are very specialty tools. I got a syringe over here that sometimes I need. You know, some additional LED cords, removing oil filters, some pulley remover, additional tools again to remove bull joints, and tie rods and the whole 9 yards. And I have this little container here where, again, specialty things. My spreader for Volkswagen cars, again for Volkswagen cars. this peg here when I remove the tires, because you know we don't have a stud on the German cars, so normally they just fall off once you remove the bolts, and some other O2 sensor remover, and my pulley. This is really neat, guys. You gotta have this if you are working on cars. Make sure you get one of this 19 millimeter pulley bolt remover. It's such an amazing heavy, massive heavy thing that can remove any pesky bolts if you need to. And yeah, so pretty much my knives that do my cutting are all in here. Some extra bolts over there. Yeah, so anyways, just want to show that to you. Besides this, I have my Titan small, inexpensive rolling chair, which is really nice because when you're working on the car, you really just protect your back. I mean, to me, protecting yourself, and we're not getting any younger, so having to protect our knees, our backs when we're working on cars is very important for your longevity, so you can enjoy working on cars for life. Alright guys, moving on to our lift, and this is the most important part of the garage, and the reason why I'm able to do a lot of work on my personal cars is this lift. Aside from it being a storage system for me, for my summer cars, it's also a place for me to do work underneath the car. It's amazing and it's easy to work with. And as you can see, it's a 4-post lift. It's not bolted per se. Again, I have a video on this lift when they installed it, so please feel free to check that out. And I have my Golf R, which I store in the winter time. And then I have my Civic, my SI Civic sitting in the bottom. This car I use in the winter time, so it does come in and out. That doesn't bother the summer car up here. I'll be able to move in and out without any issues. And along with my Asuna Sunfire here sitting in beside it, that is not moving at all as well, and it's just stored in the winter time. Yeah, so it's an amazing little tool machine that we have here, and all my additional things. Coverall, you need to have a coverall when you're working on cars, because again, it's a protection for yourself, protection for your arms, protection for your body when you're working on the cars, to keep you clean. Most importantly, if you have a lift, and a lift that you can't really go too high, make sure you have one of this. It saved my head many times, guys. This is a hard hat that I use when I go underneath when I'm working on the cars. It does help me from banging my head. Some lamps for your head. Again, I always put it here to be able to light myself underneath the car as well. I do have a few little LED lights that I use again underneath the car or on the engine bay to work on the cars. Extra bolt holder. Again, I have lots of this all over the place because I use them quite a bit. I finally bought a jack. It's a lift jack, they call it, so that way if you're working on the exhaust system or working on, let's say, changing your mounts, your engine mounts in the whole 9 yards, you can use this to hold on to the engine itself or the exhaust or transmission. Again, extra help, extra hand for you. Again, guys, thank you so much for sticking with me. If you made it this far, thank you so much for all your support and your being a viewer on the channel. Lastly, guys, I want to show you this little fun little thing that I have here, just to treat myself once in a while when I'm actually, done a great job and I want to crack a beer or I want to crack a pop. And it's just all here, guys. If you remember, I had a small one. It's like half of the size. Now I have a full size here. And it's an awesome thing because I can fit a lot more stuff in here. I got my water up here, all the Coke and soft drinks and some wine, because I do love my wine, and also my Coronas down there if I wanted to have some beers. So it's a nice lighted little fridge that I use quite a bit for some refreshments. So that's pretty much it. Thank you again, guys, for your support. If you haven't done so, please hit the subscribe button and like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you. Peace out.